You've seen the videos, right? These incredible clips of humanoid robots doing backflips, parkour, all kinds of amazing stuff. But let's be honest, they've always felt more like flashy science projects than real-world tools. Well, today, we're diving into the exact moment that all changed, the moment the hype finally got real. And you know what? It all comes down to one single chip. So let's get into it.
And that quote really nails it. This isn't some far off prediction we're talking about. This is a massive shift that's happening right now. That line in the sand between a cool lab toy and a reliable actual employee on the payroll, yeah, it's just been crossed.
So, what was this big moment? You might be thinking it was some secret breakthrough from a single company working away in a hidden lab, right? Nope. It was actually something way, way bigger. It was a coordinated jump, a leap forward that everyone took together.
Okay, so picture this. August 26, 2025. You've got five of China's biggest and most competitive robotics companies. We're talking Unitree, UB, Agibot, Gulbot, and Engine AI. These guys are fierce rivals, and they all did something nobody saw coming. They all agreed to build their future robots on the exact same brain. I mean, that's like Ford, GM, and Chrysler all suddenly announcing they're going to use the same engine. It's that huge. And we're not talking about a handful of bots here. Look at this number, 10,000. That's the projected number of humanoids shipping in 2025 alone. That's a jump of 125% from the year before. So you get it, right? This isn't some small pilot program. This is the starting gun for mass adoption. This is the moment these robots stop being lab experiments and start clocking in for work.
Okay, but why is this one decision so important? Why does a single shared brain change everything? Well, to really get it, you have to understand the huge roadblock that's been holding the entire industry back for years. And this really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? We've all seen the flashy stuff, but those were just stunts. Cool for a viral video, but totally useless when it comes to doing a real, boring job, day in and day out in a chaotic factory or a busy warehouse. So what was the missing piece? Basically, the whole industry was trapped in something you could call the demo loop. Every single company was building its own robot from scratch. Its own hardware, its own software, the whole shebang. It was a total mess, super inefficient. If one team figured something out, it didn't help anyone else. But now, by agreeing on one brain, they're creating an ecosystem. Suddenly, skills become portable. A software fix that helps one robot pick up a box can be sent to every robot. It's that classic idea, right? A rising tide lifts all boats. So if five huge rivals are all betting the farm on this one brain, what exactly is it? Let's pop the hood and see what's powering this whole revolution. The brain they all chose is NVIDIA's Jetson AGX Thor. And listen, this is not just another faster computer chip. It's a specialized computer built for one thing: physical AI. This thing is a beast. It's built on NVIDIA's brand new Blackwell architecture, and it's designed to run several huge AI models simultaneously, one for seeing, one for understanding language, one for moving, all at once without even breaking a sweat. And the absolute game changer here is a single concept: concurrency. It means the robot can see the world, reason about what it's seeing, and act, all at the exact same time. This is huge. Before, a robot would see something, send the data to the cloud, wait for an answer, and then act. That lag is dangerous and inefficient. With Thor, all that thinking happens right there on the robot, instantly. That's the secret sauce that makes them safe enough to work alongside people. But it's not just the silicone. That's only half the story. Thor comes with a whole suite of software ready to go. You've got tools like Isaac for grabbing things, Metropolis for superpowered vision, and HoloScan to pull all the sensor data together into one clear picture. And maybe the most critical piece of all, it allows for over-the-air updates. A software engineer can improve how a robot grabs a box, and that same night, push that new skill out to thousands of robots in the field, instantly. That's how you get rapid improvement at scale. All right, so we've got the brain, we've got the ecosystem, the technology is here, so the big question is, where are you actually going to run into one of these things? And what will they even be doing? Now, the first thing everyone thinks is, are these things coming for my job? And the answer, at least for now, is no. They aren't here to replace people. They're here to absorb the loop. And what's that? It's all those dull, repetitive, mind-numbing tasks that cause people to get tired, bored, and make mistakes. You know the ones. The jobs that are tough on your body and drain your brain because it's the same simple motion over and over and over again.
So let's make this real. What does that actually look like? Well, in a giant warehouse, a robot might be sorting packages and double-checking labels. The payoff for you? Faster deliveries. In a factory, it could be grabbing tools or feeding parts to the assembly line, letting the factory change what it's making way faster. And this is a big one. In a hospital, it could be verifying medicine and tracking it, which lets nurses and doctors spend more time with patients, not paperwork. Or how about on a farm? A robot could patrol all night checking every single plant for pests or disease.
So you see, this isn't just a tech upgrade. This common platform, this shared brain, completely changes the rules of the game. It rewrites the entire playbook for the business of robotics.
And the shockwaves from this one decision, they spread out and hit three main groups: the operators running the businesses, the investors funding them, and, of course, the engineers building them.
Okay, so if you're a business owner, your whole world just changed. The question is no longer, hey, can this thing even work? Now it's a business question. What's my break-even point? What's the ROI? Because of standardization, they can actually predict costs and plan for maintenance. It turns buying a robot from a massive gamble into a smart, predictable business move.
Now, if you're an investor, this is the signal you've been waiting for. It means the market is finally growing up. The risk plummets because companies aren't all burning cash trying to solve the same basic problems. And it creates this amazing flywheel effect. The more robots that use this platform, the more developers want to build software for it. And the more software that's available, the more valuable the robots become, which makes more people buy them. You see how it spins? And what about the engineers? This is incredible for them. The job is no longer about wrestling with one prototype in a lab to get it to just work. We're seeing brand new jobs pop up. Really cool stuff like robot operations, edge model engineering, or humanoid reliability lead. These aren't about building one robot. They're about orchestrating and optimizing a whole army of them. Okay, all of this, the brain, the ecosystem, the new business model, it's all leading to something really, really cool. The final piece of the puzzle: an app store for robots. Seriously, just think about this for a second. What happens when robot skills become products you can literally download? When the hardware is all the same, the real competition moves to software. Imagine a small startup gets really good at teaching a robot a very specific, difficult task. They could then sell that skill as a piece of software to any company in the world that owns one of these robots. So what you'll see is a whole new value chain broken into three layers. First, you'll have the hardware makers, just building the physical bodies. Then you'll have integrators who package the robot with software to sell a complete solution for, say, a hospital. And then, the most exciting part, you'll have this massive ecosystem of developers creating and selling specialized skills in a marketplace, exactly like the App Store on your phone. So, when we look back, the big revolution wasn't another flashy demo video. It wasn't some big press conference. It was the quiet moment when 5 rivals decided to use the same brain. And in the end, that's how real technological shifts happen, right? They don't always scream for attention. Sometimes they just fade into the background and make everything work a little bit better. The robotics decade didn't announce its arrival with a bang. It just stood up and quietly got to work.